Everyone, Sabrina from Campbell's Freedom Farm, and as I promised, we're going to collect seeds from not only the dahlia but also the zinnia. And the reason I want to do them together is I want you to see the difference in the seeds and how to do it. Now, first of all, a lot of people say, hey, I never get seeds out of my dahlia. Well, you have to find out if it was pollinated. That's number one. A lot of the dahlias, oh my, there's a bee asleep on this one. I'll take a picture of that. They can't be pollinated. They basically bred them so the flower is a certain look, but the bees can't get in there to pollinate. That's why you usually can't find a seed. Second, these actually get like a creosole, I think. I don't know what it's called, but it kind of gets like this hard, gooey thing that closes it, and it's really hard to open if you wait too long. I think in the wild, this is to preserve it through the winter, and basically it'll reopen with the wet in the spring. So you have a choice of picking them when they're like the creosole. And I'm going to put them all on one platter so you can see it. And let them dry in a window and leave it just like this. You don't have to mess with it right now. So, or I get them not green, but a little easier. And it's easier to just pull apart and you can really see the seeds and stuff. So, and I'm going to pull these apart and show you what they look like. But this is it on the dahlia. I'm just going to get a couple of these, just pick them off, and throw them on a platter. And that's it. So now let's go look at the zinnia. I wanted to show you this bumblebee sound asleep on here. These dahlias, this breed actually really is a bee pollinator. I'm telling you. Okay, and let me show you. These are the ones with the creosole, but not so bad yet. So you want to pick these while it's still kind of open. It's so much easier. Otherwise, I just let them wait until the spring. Try not to wake up the bee. Ooh, I think I did. No, he's still asleep. I think he's waiting to warm up. All right, here's one that's starting to go to that creosole, and it's really hard to open. All right, let's go look at some zinnias. Okay, now we're by the zinnias. And the zinnias are so much easier to get the seeds out of. So these basically dry. It gets this whole section. Oh, seeds are coming out. And it dries coming down. And I'll take a picture. You can't, it's really hard to see how you're doing this. And all you do is clip them and bring them in, and then I'll show you how to do the seeds. So easy. Aren't they beautiful? I really love the zinnias and dahlias. I also want to say that Gomphrena here is also ready to pick. Now, remember the Gomphrena is an edible. So you could do that, or you could hang it like this, upside down. I'll show you some. And use it for decorations, and then use the seeds in the spring. It's so great. Okay, let me pick some of these, and then let's go inside now, get a cup of coffee, and show you how to get the seeds. Okay, we're inside where it's warm. I'm drinking half of my coffee. And let's talk about collecting seeds. First of all, you don't have to break up the seed pods if you don't want to. Actually, a lot of the zinnias, they're so amazing looking. I cut the stems and I use them for decorations in the fall. And then when I'm done, I just put them in a bucket and kind of break them apart and then get the seeds. Or with the zinnias, you could do that, but with the dahlias, you can't. You have to cut each head. And I have to say, they're really hard to break apart. I think that waxy film they have, when they dry, it turns into a creosote, and that's probably the wrong word, but that's all I got. So I'm gonna pull the camera down, so you might get dizzy for a minute. I want to show you, they're really hard to see, the seeds, but this way you can kind of see my hands and what I do. So hold on. Okay, let's go with the zinnias. Those are the easiest. So I have a zinnia head. All these here are just leaves. You don't need any of those. You could toss those on the ground for the shop vac. When you live on a farm, you have a shop vac. And then, I don't know what that was. So then you have this amazing looking seed pod. And then you just start breaking them apart. Now, can you see that? You probably can't. Those seed pods in there, they're black. All you do is just break it apart. There goes some there. Huh. I wonder if that cat is doing some. My feral cat that still doesn't have a home. Okay, now, these are really whitish here. Okay, so it's really, oh, I just dropped that. Really hard to find. There it goes. Okay, they're really hard. You could push on them, and they're thick. So that's how you know it's not one of the leaves or the flower petals. See how light? So a lot of people could just blow and the seed pods will stay. Don't do that with an 8-year-old. He'll blow everything away. So that's it on the zinnias. It's just so easy. Just pull and then just look for the dark. Okay, there's another one right there. Nope. See, and there's another one. Okay, easy peasy on the zinnia. Now, the dahlia is a little harder. See that creosote right here? You have to break it open, and I try to get them before they're a little too creosote. Okay, there we go. Okay. I need to turn it around. This right here is a seed. So, and again, it's really hard. These are a little different looking. So see how hard that is? That's it. Now, again, you could bring these in, let them dry, and then in the spring, just, you know what I mean? Just pull them that way if you're unsure of what they are. Okay, there's another one right there. Okay, so when you do this, always have a bag with the label. I already started picking these. These are the Cosmos. Great time to pick the Cosmos and the Gomphrena. And maybe we'll do a recipe with these so you could see how you could use them. Although I love to save them for decorations. Okay, back up you go. So that's it. It is just so easy to grab those seeds. It saves you a bundle. And with the kids, it's great to let them, to pull them apart. They love to destroy stuff. Let them help find the seeds, store the seeds, and then you could talk about the whole process of growing flowers with their seeds. And since it's not going to be true to the true parents, because the bees will pollinate with everything, they can imagine what it's going to be like. So like I have the little mini zinnias, and then I have the really tall purple queen. I think they're the queen zinnia. Who knows what they'll come out with? But hey, that's how I could be an artist. Kids love it too. But this is Sabrina from Campbell's Freedom Farm. And we'll also do a video on overwintering the dahlias in the basement. As you saw in the spring, I just pull them out and they're ready to go. I don't have to do anything. And then also after a freeze for the ones in the ground, I'll show you how to pull up the rhizomes and how to store them. But this is Sabrina from Campbell's Freedom Farm. Start collecting all your seeds and have a great day.